Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and happy Monday to you. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video going over the weekly kickoff and talking about the lightning offers popping up, the 10x events that are going to be coinciding with a CVC that launches tomorrow with personal rewards. So a big CVC coming up. We are also on the home stretch of the Razer Varg Fusion. So we'll go over how to know if you are on pace and just cover everything happening in game and in the Raid community as we get the week started here on a Monday. Oh, let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, out the gate, you may see a lightning offer pop up for an Eternal Soulstone, one for $30. And they basically consider these like the sacred shards of the awakening mechanic. And one for 30 is mostly par for the course. You can see it grades out as a 1.0. When we put in the one for 30, kind of a typical price right there. So something that maybe a high spender may consider, but for low to medium spenders, this is going to be a pass. And we are also down to just 5 days left on the Razer Varg Fusion. So you definitely want to take note of if you are on pace to finish or not. So as you can see right now, I have got 3 epics ready to go. So I need to get 1 more epic. And when I click on the rares, I can see that I need 3 more rares to make sure I get the 4 rares to get that last epic that I need. So the way that you can go over this is like for me personally, I need 3 more rares. And we have still got 2 more events that are slated to start. We've got the last Dungeon Divers and the last Artifact Enhancement. If I go under the in-game tab under events, you can see that the Dungeon Divers is starting tomorrow, and then we've got the Artifact Enhancement one starting after that. So that's going to be 2 that I'm going to get from there. And then you want to go through and see if there's any other ones that you're going to be getting. And for me personally, it's going to be coming from the Spider Tournament, and boom, that's my 3rd one. And then with the one that I have in stock, that will bring me up to 4. So I can get the Razer Varg Fusion done here in about 3 days and be good to go. So just make sure that you're not throwing resources away. It's not like fragments. If you miss the fusion barely, you're out, you're done. GG, do not pass go, do not collect $200. So make sure you are on pace before you throw more resources at this, because now we're close enough to the finish line where you'll be able to see if you are actually going to be able to finish Razer Varg or not. And starting tomorrow, we are going to be getting a CVC that Plarium has told us will have personal rewards. So going to be one of the bigger CVC tournament matches, and they're going to be doing some pretty crazy 10x's for CVC. Now, they always do 2 different champions. They do a non-void typically on the first day, and then they do a void on the second day of CVC, just to incentivize and help people double dip some points if they are and drive some shard point during CVC. Now, the first one on the day 1 of CVC starting tomorrow is going to be arguably the best champion in the game by lots of people's metrics, and that is Duchess Lilith 2. Now, for anybody that's not close, or for anybody that's close to Mercy, I could maybe see going for the Duchess 10x, but worth noting, there's so many non-void legendaries. There's like 140 or 150. Your chances of proccing the effect, even if you pull a legendary, is like 7% or something. So you're really going to have to weigh that individually based on how you manage your shards, but I would caution all of you, because they do so many guaranteed events and fusions and fragments, and they constantly have stuff going on, that pulling for a 10x is really only going to be for people really close to their Mercy or at the top tiers of spending during the Duchess 10x. But obviously, Duchess is a ridiculous champion worth going for. And then on day 2 of CVC, we have got Warlord up for grabs. Now, Warlord is extremely popular, fills a really crucial role in the game, and he can just flat out win you live arena matches or tag team arena matches, whatever. He can just bang, lock out the whole enemy team, and it's basically GG once you accomplish that. So Warlord is definitely a really fun champion to have on your account. But I would say if we look at the guaranteed summon events, that the last one was March of 2023 for Supreme Kale, and they didn't do one in April, so we'll definitely be getting one in May, I would guess. They did the same thing with Shogger. They went January, they skipped February, and then in March. So I would say if we didn't get one in April, it's for sure coming in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to get some sort of guaranteed void event for 110 void shards for some sort of champion in here. So just again, like the Duchess, really good champion, but make sure you are weighing these options according based on how you're planning to manage your shards. And a couple quick reminders around CVC is that today at the daily reset, make sure you don't run your faction keys. You want to wait. There's like a 9 or 10 hour window there where we're waiting for CVC to go live after your faction keys reset, and that's a few thousand points you don't want to waste. So make sure and hold off on faction wars today until CVC is live, and then also be careful about super raids in dungeons during CVC. You can do them in the Doom Tower and faction wars and stuff like that, but be really careful and just do your normal dungeon runs without super raids during CVC. And everything kind of reset here on a Monday, so make sure you're in your proper tag team arena rank and classic arena rank, and just kind of get all this stuff in order before CVC will launch tomorrow. And then also under your clan quests, these are going to be finishing up at the end of the day, so make sure you finish your clan quests, and then when CVC starts, there'll be a new batch of these CVC, or not CVC, but clan quests for you to pursue over the course of the week. And you're going to want to do your Hydra chests over the next day or two, because that will be resetting really soon as well. If you go under the clan boss section right here, you've got a day and a half left on your Hydra keys here as we start the week. And also the Doom Tower is down to a day and a half, similar to the Hydra. So lots of stuff kind of randomly going on here behind the scenes as we catch up and get ready for CVC. So then in terms of the tournaments and events, mostly just making sure that we keep pace with the Razer stuff. You've got to make sure and do the Classic Arena. I got mine done, collected my rare. You've got a day and a half left on the Spider Tournament. And then under the events tab, you'll be having Dungeon Divers starting tomorrow. And you want to make sure that today you really focus on the Classic Arena and the Champion Training to make sure you're scooping up all of these rewards. If you really want to min-max, I would probably hold off and do the Spider Tournament after. You've got a little bit of a window there when the Spider Tournament is still going, and then the Dungeon Divers launches, where you can double dip the Spiders, the Spider Tournament and the Dungeon Divers. So I would kind of hold off until then, if you can remember to manage it and do it properly. Some of you may think it's not worth the risk and just scoop up things as soon as you see them. So then, is there anything worth actually plugging in here in the shop? The Great Deal Mix, and not really. The multi-battle, this is one that they do a ton, and it's decent, but not amazing. Monthly pack, mini mix. Where's our 101% mini mix packs? I feel like it's been 3 months since they've done those. They used to do these things like every few weeks where they would give the 101% mini mix packs, and those were always like basically 2 for 1, and they were really good value. I don't know where these have gone, and we haven't seen them forever. The privilege pack, yeah, okay. I'm not seeing anything in the shop that's gonna be hyper noteworthy or worth us doing a deep discussion on, unfortunately. And boom, there it is. Happy Monday. So the too long didn't watch is make sure you've got your Classic Arena and your Champion Training done today. Make sure you check and see how you are doing on the Razer Fusion, that you are going to be able to get it done, and prepare for the crazy CVC tomorrow with the Duchess 10X and then the Warlord going on the next day, and all of that happening. And then we'll probably get wind of like a fragment summon event or a guaranteed void event like within the next 10 days or so after the Razer stuff it kind of wraps up and pops off. Then we'll get either like a test server teasing things or something like that coming down the pipeline. So I appreciate all of you, and have a great start to your week. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I will see you soon in the next video. Appreciate you. Peace.